Get out of the pub. How are you, mate? I'll probably drink more tea than you, Dan. Hey, Crypto, how are you? Man, what a day. Hey, Crypto. Hey, it works. Great. All right, Famo. Excellent. Who have we got in here? All right. Okay. Cal Gibbs, hello, bud. Rossi Leak, g'day, mate. Matty Cuz, Stevie Fawcett, how are you, mate? Ocean Buzzy, how are you, mate? No, it didn't happen, guys. UKC Fishing with Big Dan, welcome. Culpable, how are you, bud? Oh, yeah, how are you, crew? Hey, look, did everybody see what happened today? After I ended the stream, within 1 minute, the big rod went off and it nearly got ripped out of the rod holder. So I've flown down and managed to latch onto it, and my wife has grabbed this phone, right? Okay. And I got a dart that was over 2 feet long. Check that out. And check that out, Famo. Look at that. And with those particular fish, a 20 centimetre dart is usually a good sized fish. So anyway, it is what it is. Ocean Buzzy, how are you, mate? Now, how come you're not studying, sunshine? Hey? All right, that's better. There we go. So how's everyone going? What's everyone up to? I better like my own stream, as that's what we do on here. Dan, how's the fishing going, mate? Are you going well with it? Roscoe, how about you? Culpable? Oh, I tried to give that lady your phone number. She said she'd already heard about you. So, you know, it's over. Culp, your reputation's starting to precede you even in Australia, buddy. So there you go. Hey? Oh, nice one, Dan. Good on you, mate. Hey, the other thing is too, Famo, Starlink is now portable. So we are going to start live streaming from some of the most remote and inaccessible spots in Western Australia. I did a stream from the Kalbarri Sky Bridge today, or whatever it's called. And the Skywalk, fantastic, Famo. Very lucky I didn't drop the phone, but anyway. So yeah, we did the stream from the Skywalk, mate, and it was unbelievable. Yeah, we got the car close enough to do it. I think you can still get reasonable reception there, but with these upcoming streams in the kayak and that sort of stuff, if we can't transport everything with the kayak, we will probably be trying to get ourselves another boat at some stage. I don't know how big or, you know, how often and that sort of stuff, but we will be doing a lot more streams that are remote and be doing a lot more genuine live fishing content, okay? So hopefully it all goes well, you know what I mean? I still don't think we'll be able to get full access with what we're trying to do, but you know, we might fluke it one day where we get you know, that content that goes viral. And away we go. Now, is there any content that anyone would like to see? So Cal, Ross, Maddie, Steve, Ocean, Buzzy, Dan, Riley, Culpable. Is there anything that you'd like to see that you sort of, you know, haven't seen yet, if you know what I'm saying? Like is there anything that you would like to see content on? Don't say electromagnetic fishing, because I'm not going to go and start throwing a magnet around in the water trying to catch junk. Okay. Yeah, that's not happening, Dan. I don't fish for sharks. All right. But you'd be amazed how many people have asked me to do that, mate, for real. I know you're clowning around because the English love banter. I had that many messages when I was on the old platform. Can you please go and catch a great white shark? And it's like, did you really just ask me that? I'm going to learn a little bit more about camera angles and that sort of stuff too, you know. Oh, God. Thanks, Maddie. Stark Coyote Sparta. Oh, man. Look, if I was 15 years younger, right, not married and working in security, I could do some fishing streams that would blow your mind. But that's not what we're about. We don't chase hype here. Okay? Oh, Dan, when we get this kayak sponsorship, buddy, we're going to be doing a lot of kayaking, mate. We're going to be doing lots and lots of kayaking, pal. We're on a mission with the black bream this year. I would like to be able to catch a 50 centimetre black bream this year, fam. That's what I'd like to do. And I know the spot that I can do that. Okay? So that's exactly one thing that we're going to be doing. Right? We're going to be going fishing. Yeah, I know what you mean, Stark Coyote. But look, mate, the fun thing is, and the funny thing is, when that pool, hot tub at beach category came out, so many streamers were in there last year on the old platform, you know. And yeah, that was my main beef. As soon as that happened, I was done. So, thanks to the 10 people that have come in. All we're doing is just, we're just basically doing a recap on the trip. So, look, if you're wanting to travel up north to the north of the state, okay, what you need to do is, if you want to try and get a week of fishing in, really, Stark, yeah, unbelievable. If you want to get your fishing in, right, and you want to get a week of fishing in, you got to stay up here for at least 2 weeks, because you tend to try and halve the amount of time that you can go fishing. The only time that we've had any decent fishing conditions, right, was today. Yesterday we snuck out in the afternoon, but didn't really do much, and obviously there was too much swell. And the other thing is too, excuse me, usually when you fish up north, in the north of the state, you can always find somewhere to fish, but one of your most important things to check is the swell. If the swell is over 2 metres, it's too dangerous in a lot of spots, okay? And you've got to try and get a moderate swell under 2 metres, you know? Well, Stark, today we got a 61 centimetre dart, which was just a shock. But, you know, apart from that, all we really got was the whiting, a couple of dart, missed a couple of good fish in the river, but they might have been cod. So, you know, tomorrow and Sunday and Monday would be awesome fishing days, but I'm not up here fishing. Do you know what I mean? So, but to be quite frank with you, I'm actually quite tempted to come up here for another 5-day stint and just try and hit it hard. Do you know what I mean? Because we've got the gear to do it with now. And now that we've got the gear to do it with, you know, and I mean, yeah, I'd like to do some real hardcore fishing streams, like sleeping at the spot, you know what I mean? And just having the big fishing rod out and just waiting for a big bite at night, you know? But to do that, obviously, I'd need the generator and I'd need the satellite dish. I'd need everything going spot on for that to happen. So that may well be on the cards as well. But especially this area, you know, it's so windy up here, fam. I couldn't sleep last night from the wind that was coming through. And it's literally like someone turns a switch off, the wind dies down, and then at a, yeah, Esparta, you can't light fires up here, bud, because if the fires get out, they'll wipe everything out, mate, you know. And one fire here, if it wipes out farmers' feed, they're stuffed for the season. Do you know what I mean? And you got to be really, really careful. Man, this is unbelievable. Where I'm staying, we've got swallows nesting in the roof, and we've also got rats running along the rafters. You can tell when you're in Australia. It's pretty funny. Yeah, so that's what we'll be doing. But look, when I get home, I'm going to be taking the four-wheel drive and a friend of mine down to a spot called Warren Beach near Pemberton. In May, usually to middle towards the end of May, that's when the gummy sharks come into spawn, and also the salmon are around as well, and it's just non-stop action, you know. And if you can manage to fluke it and go there on a day when, you know, things are sort of on, you'll get a lot of really good content. So, you know, that's not everything, but it helps, you know. So, I mean, we'd like to catch fish all the time, but, you know, that doesn't necessarily happen, as we found out for the first 3 days here. And even today, with all the other people staying in this accommodation here, when I spoke with them about what they'd caught, you know what I mean? They, yeah, a lot of them had their worst trip here for a long time. A couple of them got fish late this afternoon, but that's about it. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just a total write-off. That's how it goes. So, yeah, you know, and it's the same old story. You can only go when you go fishing, and I think what we do basically is we just look too much into things. So, yeah, I mean, coming up here on a new moon cycle, I thought, great, you know, we'd have a great chance of catching practically everything that swam, but that theory got blown out the water. So, yeah, anyway, it is what it is. We came up, we had a good time, treated it as a holiday and with the streaming thrown in. So, yeah, it's all good. But we'll be going back to home tomorrow and leaving quite early in the morning. So what we will be doing though is I'll probably be doing a little 1 hour soft plastic session in the morning, and we'll just see how that goes. I'd like to catch a mangrove jack before I go home, but I don't know whether that's going to happen. Yeah, I've always read about them and all the rest of the stuff. But I think what would be really good fun would be a kayaking stream straight up the Murchison River. That would be awesome, you know. And that way you could just take it steady, or even just a little 10-foot tinny, just something that you could drag over the rocks, you know. But you'd have to have something made out of aluminium. You couldn't use fiberglass or anything like that. Yeah, just get a little, a little 10-foot tinny, chuck all your gear on it, 10 horsepower motor, and straight upstream, fam. It'd be awesome. So they don't get any barramundi down here though, fam. Yeah, it is going to happen, Stark. So I've just got to wait for the new model to be released, and then what we're going to do is we're going to be going offshore with the kayak. I don't know how smart an idea that's going to be, but we'll be doing it, and we'll just be gradually building up our fitness each time. Okay, don't forget to like the stream, famo. We've got to let YouTube know what we're doing. So yeah, got to try and just build up the fitness and eventually work our way offshore with 4 and 5 kilometre streams offshore, if you know where I'm coming from. So, you know, that would just make life a hell of a lot easier, and we would be able to, you know, be able to get some good content out there. So, you know, that's what you do, if you know what I mean. And we just need it for it to arrive. India. Yeah. Don't know about that, Culp, but yeah, Stark, the only thing that sort of concerns me, mate, is obviously COVID, and I don't know the eastern states at all. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, the eastern states has far better freshwater fishing and far better estuary and, you know, saltwater fishing than here with the numbers of fish caught. But you hear so many mixed reports, you know. You hear that, you know, it's wall to wall and people are shoulder to shoulder and you can't really get in and have a fish. And I mean, that's the good thing about WA. WA is still one of the few places that is relatively, I don't know, it's still not too much population here, you know. So that means we can go away and do these trips and, you know, not see too many people and just get them out of the system, if you know what I'm saying. So certainly do, Maddie. When we first started on the old platform, bud, we were, I think we did, I don't know, hundreds of hours in the kayak. We were one of the first streams to start streaming with the kayak on the old platform. So, you know, kayak fishing is good fun. We did we went about 5 kilometres offshore in the kayak one day until the southwesterly blew up. So, you know, it's just one of those things, mate. You just got to try and get out there as quickly as you can and get in as quickly as you can, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah. But it's like anything, you know. Oh, nice one, Espada. Mate, I've heard that some spots in Sydney, where is it, in Sydney Harbour, they've actually blocked off the access to the public and it's tournament fishing only, you know? Yeah, nice one, Stark. But I mean, how do you learn a river in one trip, mate? You know what I mean? I've spent a lifetime learning the Donnelly River, the Warren River, the Blackwood River, the Collie River and all these rivers. And, yeah, I mean, you know, you can't just go to New South Wales and think, oh, yeah, I know where the fish are. Unless you've got someone that fishes it all the time and knows what it's about, then you're sort of wasting their time and wasting your own time, you know. And, I mean, I've still got so much more to look at here and then, you know, get on top of that. Oh, well, that's pretty good, Stark. At least if you can do that. But most places don't do that, buddy, you know. Most places will just sit there and try and keep all their spots to themselves and all the rest of it. And then when it comes down to, you know, trying to find information out and that, they don't want you to find out, you know. So that makes it really tough as well. But, you know, I've got really good knowledge of a lot of fishing spots and a lot of areas. And, I mean, yeah, I just want to share that knowledge, you know. And now that Starlink is portable, we've already got Starlink. And what Starlink was doing, it was supplying the rural areas before the populated city areas. And, I mean, I've got some, you know, we've got some spots down south near a certain town where you catch blue spot flathead up to 1 metre long from the beach. 1 metre long. Just absolutely massive flathead like that. You know, they come in at certain times of the year in the spring, I think it is, to spawn in the shallower water, and then they go out in the deeper water. I mean, they catch these blue spot flathead in about, up to 40 or 50 metres of water. But if you can go and fish and that sort of stuff in this area at the right time of year, you usually get them. So that would be really good content. Oh, did they? So, something like that, Colt. Oh, and we only do this once a stream, famo. Right? I had a few private messages the other day from people from the old platform. So, yeah, we'll just do that once a stream. Rightio. So, yeah, it's just... yeah, it's just a question of finding the time and working it in with work, which we'll do. But, I've also got a lot of really good freshwater fishing spots that if I can get the satellite dish... Hey Riley, how are you, bud? If I can get the satellite dish to lock onto the satellites, yeah, the freshwater fishing spots that we have got are just off the charts. And I've done a lot of freshwater fishing, but I can't obviously live stream that due to the lack of reception. But, I mean, one of my first few YouTube videos back in 2011 were some freshwater fishing spots. And in hindsight, if I had half a clue, I would have kept going with that, So anyway, that's just where that comes down to. And so we are going to be having a very wide and interesting range of content, fan. So yeah, I really appreciate the fact that everybody gives up their time to come in and watch. And with coming in and watching, we just get the numbers and the figures up with what we do. So thank you very, very much for that. And yeah, I don't think we're too far off 10,000 hours watched on the channel, which has been really good. And look, people, don't forget to like the video. It just keeps tickling YouTube's algorithm, and if we tickle the algorithm enough, we will get enough leverage out of that, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, thanks Riley, that's really good of you, mate. And that's what it comes down to, because what it is, people, when people watch, it gets recorded, okay? And when it gets recorded, when I say recorded, the numbers come up, and that's what happens with YouTube. The more you get noticed and the more you do and the more consistent you are with the algorithm, that's when you start getting the promotion. We had a few people from America that were in the stream today, okay? And that's only been since we've been doing our regular live streams during the day, which is good, because that way what we'll do is, we'll actually be able to get pushed by YouTube. YouTube pushes and chooses who's to push, right? And I mean, the other thing is too, I think a few weeks ago I put out the tweet, we were the 2,486th ranked channel in Australia, right? Socialblade.com. Just excuse me for a second. Australia's TV. Okay, so now we've moved up a few spots to the 2,468th. So, I mean, it doesn't really sort of define us as a stream and a community, but it's just good to know that we're continually improving and getting the content out there, Yeah, that's right, Riley. And the gentleman that came in today was from the States, and he got recommended by YouTube. So, if we get busy enough that we're going to start getting more numbers in our streams, they're going to recommend us, and then that way, we can start to get our numbers out there. The other good thing about that is too, I mean, YouTube, if you want to get recognised seriously as a content creator, you go to YouTube, right? I mean, I've already had 4 sponsorship offers that I've turned down, okay? And, You never know what's around the corner. Someone could be watching the stream one day and going, well, I like what this guy's doing, you know. I like the community and all that sort of stuff. And then they would seriously consider us, you know, for some corporate sponsorship, which is good because it doesn't cost the community anything. And then once, you know, the corporate sponsorship starts coming through, then that enables us to do even more content, if you know what I mean. And let's face it, I'm not getting any younger. So, I mean, if I can sort of keep going with the streaming till I'm about 60, I reckon I've had a good run. So, you know, we've got about 8 to 10 years left of that, I guess, and see how we go from there. But the other thing is too, with Starlink coming out, the quantity of content creators is going to start going through the roof, okay? And I mean, there's a guy that does some YouTube videos and that around Bunbury, and what he's been doing is he's been going to these spots that people have been keeping quiet for years, giving out the actual location of the spots, and also showing a heap of other things. Yeah, but Riley, don't get annoyed with it, because whether there are channels out there that have better content or worse content is actually not relevant, because it comes down to numbers, right? So you don't get measured by your content, you get measured by your numbers, because with your numbers, when you live stream like we do, they quantify it. So, I mean, you know, as of today, or no, as of 2 days ago, what have we got? As of 2 days ago, you know, we're up to about 165,000 views, which, I mean, what was it? At the start of the year, we were nowhere near that, but, you know, it is what it is. And once we get to 200 or 250,000 views, then we'll get noticed a little bit more. And then that's what it comes down to. I mean, but the fact that we've got 18 people watching, you know, thank you very much for giving up your time to come in and watch. We're not doing any fishing tonight. We're just doing a trip recap and sort of talking about fish content. And look, you know, please like. If we've got 16 people watching and only 10 have liked, you know, please like the video so that YouTube knows that we're sort of getting a good response with it, okay? And when we go back though, fam, yeah, when we go back home on Sunday, how does everybody feel about a schedule getting put up with the streams that we do and all the rest of it, so I can work that in and around my work schedule? Yeah, I don't know about that, Riley. One thing that I'm worried about is I don't want to lose the link with the community, because that's the most important thing. And yeah, you don't want to ever get to the stage where people feel as though they're being ignored in chat, because you don't want to do that. I mean, if that was ever going to happen, I'd probably stop streaming, I think. And this was the main beef from the other platform with a lot of people that came across to YouTube. You know, when you have money involved in terms of like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 subs, you know, cheering bits, all the donos and that sort of stuff, people are given preference in terms of acknowledgement in people's chat. And here we've always treated everyone equally, you know what I mean? I don't ever ignore anyone intentionally, or in case they're sort of banging on about stuff that's not relevant to the topic that we're streaming, okay? Because, you know, there's plenty of places that you can go and get ignored. You don't want to go to a YouTube stream, have someone live streaming and then get ignored by that person, because you'll just leave, and which is fair enough too. Hey, Cyber Trouts, hello, mate. Cyber Trouts, did you see that fish that I caught 1 minute after? Oh man, I couldn't believe it. That's just my luck. You know, the one fish that I've been waiting for this whole trip to get some content, and then that happened. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. So, yeah. I'll show you the photo, cyber trouts. So you know that little fish that I caught that was the dart? Right, I turned the stream off. And then 1 minute after I turned the stream off, right, this happened. So, and cyber trouts, I am actually an axe handle between my shoulders, right? So I'm holding that fish here, not in front of me like this, it's here, okay? And the fish is like this. It was probably bigger than 60 centimetres, but I gave it a quick, like, measure because I wanted to get it back in the water because it was so hot, and it was easily over 2 feet long, mate. So I put 61 centimetres down, not to sound like I was trying to gloat, but I mean, yeah, it was just a beautiful fish. Do you know what I mean? Just an absolutely beautiful fish. Yeah, easy. Easily over 2 feet. So, I mean, it was that big. I thought, this isn't a queenfish, is it? Dart looked like a cross between a trevally and a queenfish, but anyway. I mean, it was a very, very heavy fish too. Very heavy fish. So, you know, but I didn't have the scale or anything like that. So, and look, fam, once again, thank you very much for your support. I'd really appreciate it if everybody sort of went out and told as many people as they could about the stream and the community. And then that way, what we can do is, you know, with people in the chat and that sort of stuff, it just adds to the ambience of the chat, you know what I mean? And when the people come in and do the right thing and all the rest of it, and we have a really good community here of good people from all over the world, so that's what it's about, you know? And I mean, yeah, I just, yeah, I'm just hoping that we can reward you with the content, you know? I've got a couple of fishing trips planned next week or the week after. The moment I get a chance to head down south, I'm going to take it, and yeah, I'm going to take it. And May is a very good time to fish the Southern Ocean, fam. Fantastic time, you know. And it would be nice. I'm still trying to get that one big Mulloway live on stream, you know. Yeah, it will do, Cal. And when I get back to home this week, what I'll do is I'm going to get all the shirts priced up, right? And then we're going to start doing merch on the channel. So we've got a heap of content planned. The fishing tackle store online opens up in July, right? So that's going to be really busy. And I mean, those fishing rods that we use, you know, they're about $300 and something a pop. But as you can see with what we do, I mean, yesterday I was casting 14 ounces of lead plus baits. I mean, and the rod was just handling it easy. There's a lot of other fishing rods out there that are twice the price of those rods, and they don't have the performance that we do. So, you know, you'll be able to see stuff being used live on the stream and then seeing if it's working or not, and then decide if you want to buy it, you know. So, yeah, we've got a few other things. And look, if anybody's a member on in what way, cyber trouts? Well, join the Discord, mate. If you want to send me a message, just join the Discord, buddy. Well, that's what it's about, cyber trouts, because, you know, we're all for the community here. I mean, you know, we've got 19 people watching. This is 19 people that are giving up their time somewhere in the world to come in and watch the stream, and we're not even fishing, you know. And look, I'll be straight up with you. I mean, one viewer on YouTube is like 50 viewers on the old platform. You know what I mean? So, Hey, Neighboy, how are you, mate? Good. Yeah, not too bad, bud. The first 4 days was rubbish weather, but today was the first day that we've had half decent weather. You're almost 50. Oh, dear, cyber trouts. It happens to the best of us, mate. Oh, thanks, Cal. Cyber trouts, click on the Discord link and set yourself up a Discord profile. Be able to chat with me in there. So, we got a dart today that was over 2 feet long, pal. Check this out. 1 minute after. Hey, Spud King, how are you? Check this out, fam. Look at that. 1 minute after we stopped the stream, right? We did this. Yeah, none at all, Spud King, just cattle. Look at that. 1 minute after I turned the camera off. I couldn't believe it. Look at that. Oh, man. And that's about the only time that we've had a chance to fish up here, you know, to do it. Welcome, Spud King. How are you, mate? So, you know, but that's it. If you want to go away up north and you want to get a week of fishing in, right, work off 2 weeks and halve your time because of adverse conditions, which is good because you can still go off and do the tourist stuff, right? And then once you do the tourist stuff, you can work your fishing around your tourist stuff, you know? So that way, no, that's all right, Riley. Don't stress about it, mate. You know, don't stress about it, Riley. That's just how it goes, man. You can only control the things that you can control. Riley, if you can't control something, just let it slide through to the keeper, as they say, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's just how that works, mate. But anyway. Hey, people, thank you very, very much. 21 people watching, and we're not actually fishing, which was good. And I mean, some of our streams today went really well with numbers. So it was just nice to see so many new faces in there, you know. I could probably sort of stream most of the trip home, but yeah, next time we come up here, I'm going to do some quite specific content in the area. And with that specific content, that will just, you know, highlight what we have to offer. I mean, WA is a huge state. There's so much to do down here, you know. You can go and stay in the south of the state and work you right up the way to the north of the state. The far north of the state, you can get all your game fish, barramundi, all that sort of stuff. The far south of the state, you get all your deep-bodied fish in the Southern Ocean. You know, Samson fish, kingfish, mulloway, gummy sharks, all that sort of stuff. So, you know, it's all good fun. And it's, yeah, just a great way to go about things, you know. Hello, Skyquake Warrior. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the stream. How are you, mate? Good to see you in here. So, look, what I might do is it's now... No. Not $50, Riley. One YouTube viewer is like 50 viewers on the old platform, if you want to mean in terms of numbers. So I'll give you an example, right? We've got 19 people in this YouTube stream chatting at the moment, or 20 people. This is busier than some of the streams on the old platforms chat where they have 300 viewers in there, if that makes sense. Been a bit busy? Excellent, Skyquake Warrior. It's a good way to be if you can understand where I'm coming from. So that wasn't a monetary value or anything like that, okay? That was just a that was just an expression. So, you know, so with this, we have 20 real people in this stream watching. You go on the old platform and you see some streams, they've got like 300 people watching and all the rest of it, and the chat's not as busy as this. Half the time I think that the numbers are doctored on the old platform anyway, so that's just how that rocks, you know. All right, fam, well, look, it's 25 past 9. Like I said, tomorrow morning we're just going to do a short and sharp soft plastic session. I would really like to be able to catch a mangrove jack. No, it's not better or worse than the old platform, Riley. All I'm saying is it's real, okay? So, yeah, I mean, I still have my doubts on the. I still have my doubts on quite a few things that happen on the old platform, and you know, with a few things, Gav, how are you, bud? With a few things that have happened recently, you know that they're using bots, Riley, and you can know that, and there's ways that you can figure that out. So, I mean, you know, we have people in the old platform that have 1,000 viewers in the stream, and you know, the numbers aren't there because you can go on certain websites and check that information out to see how accurate it is. So many of them are that far off the mark, it's just not funny, you know. But I mean, we've had a huge transition across to here. So now that we are going to start going to far more remote areas, I mean, that stream at Wagoe the other day was off the charts, fam. You know, I mean, to be able to live stream from Wagoe in 1080p at 60 frames per second is just unbelievable, if you know what I'm saying. And yeah, now that we know all this, right, and we've got the technology to do it, okay, what we will be doing is we will be making sure that, you know, we start delivering the content. Culpable, the trip was for 5 days. Of those 5 days, we've had 1 day of, oh, I mean, how can it be scary, Riley? It's just, you know, they're just using bots, mate. All you do is just get someone. You can set filters up, Riley, that will, you know, eliminate that if you want. So we've only really had 1 day, which is the last day before, you know, we could sort of, you know, get a fish in. And that was today, Culp. So, you know, to do it properly, you need 2 weeks up here. And then, like I said, you just halve the amount of time you're up here. I mean, I was going to come down here last week, but the weather was worse than this week. And then the weather for this week actually predicted perfect conditions, you know, all through the week. And then we got here and the weather forecast changed. So, you know, it's like anything. You can't control the weather. You've just got to learn to work in with it, you know. So look, famo, once again, thank you very, very much for tuning in. It's now nearly 9:30. I need to go and get some sleep because I haven't been able to sleep the last couple of nights. The last couple of nights, the easterlies have been so strong, it's like the roof's been getting blown off. Okay, and with the roof being blown up, or blown off, that's how it... I thought the whole building was going to lift off, right? Just haven't been able to sleep properly, so we just need to get a really good night's sleep in sort of tonight for the drive back. So stay safe and stay well, be the best person you can be every day. And then hopefully tomorrow, you know, we'll be able to get home in one piece. But like I said to you, we're going to do a very early morning stream with a little bit of soft plastics, okay? That's right, Cal. Riley, I know where you're coming from, mate. That's why I left the platform. As soon as that came out, you know, why would you want to be associated with that? And this is the other headache too. With those pool and hot tub and beach streams, it's not a member-based platform. Thanks, Guy Quake Warrior. They have no idea how old the people are watching, and they have no idea how old the people are streaming. And I'm surprised that a lot of the parental groups haven't got hold of that and then just work with it. So look, I don't think I'll be able to stream tomorrow, fam, but I'll probably do one when I get home. But now that we've got the, all the, everybody gets recommended that junk, Riley. If you've got 10 channels being recommended to you, 6, maybe 7 of those channels will get recommended, mate. Yeah, that's the other thing. I just can't take it. Like, seriously, the other thing is too, I just get fed up with streamers trying to send their communities on guilt trips to try and continually push, you know, the you know, like the subs, the donos, the bits and that sort of stuff. I mean, streaming's a form of online busking. So if you go down to the mall, the shopping mall, the busker doesn't wait for you to throw money in there before they start busking, do they? You know, you've got to start busking and all the rest of it to get rewarded for your effort. All right, well, look, people, I'll catch you probably maybe tomorrow, but if not Sunday. And then I'm actually quite looking forward to a beach fishing stream, and I'm hoping that the salmon have gone around the Cape and, you know, gone far enough past Bustleton to sort of hit Bunbury, and then see if we can get some salmon live on stream, okay? And use that beautiful 10-foot piece, one-piece fishing rod that I've got. You too, Riley. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being a champ, mate. And I'll see you all. So thanks very much for the support, fam. We've still got 15 people watching. And yeah, it means quite a lot, because that's the motivation to continue with the streaming. And I will reward you with the content once we start getting our dish sorted out with Starlink. All right, night.